What's up, everybody? We are live tonight. Let's see if anybody's going to join us. Go ahead and get set up for the rest of this. And hello, Trinity. How are you, sweetie? Did you miss me last night? I thought we lost our internet last night. I thought Pam maybe shut it off, but she didn't. Or yesterday, the phone wasn't working or anything was working. The internet was down, the phone was off. So I thought they shut the phone off and the internet. But they didn't. Evidently AT&T was working on it. Can you hear me? Hello? Check 1, 2. I guess it's working. I guess you can't hear me, huh, Trinity? Hello? Hello, hello? Hello? Oh. Couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. Oh, he's watching the ad. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Ken. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I didn't come on last night because we thought we lost I thought they shut the internet and phone off. It was off all day, so I didn't bother to check until, like, late last night, and I just happened to pick up the phone without thinking about it and turned it on, and it was actually working again. So I guess, AT&T was working on the lines all day until late. So there was no point in me going on. It was just too late by then, and I was in the middle of doing some other stuff. And so how you doing tonight, Ken? In fact, I was arranging yesterday at that same time to get the internet turned on at my RV. I finally got Viastat to come, and they should be there tomorrow. Hopefully, they can hook it up. They were talking about me needing a ground, so we put a ground in. Yeah, you missed me yesterday because like I just said, we thought we lost the internet and the phone because we thought my boss turned everything off, but they didn't. AT&T evidently was working on the lines all day. We never found out until last night that it actually was back on. So I was busy with Viastat on my cell yesterday during the day and trying to get it set up for up there at the RV, so I'd have it there when we moved in soon. Probably lagging tonight too. Wouldn't surprise me. I've been lagging since yesterday. That's not bad, about 4 seconds. Not bad. It's getting there. My son finally got the living room ceiling fixed, which took quite a while to get him motivated enough to do it. Now he's getting ready to finish the bedroom ceiling that had a problem with the seam. Um, I think I already told you, got the water pump working. My furnace is now working just fine. I got parts that should probably be in tomorrow to fix my hot water tank. Now, the hot water tank actually does work on AC. It just wasn't working on gas. But I want to get it working on both, like it's supposed to. Same with my refrigerator. The refrigerator works just fine on AC, but not on gas. So I got to fix that too. But they're not critical. It won't stop me from moving in, but I still want to get them all fixed. And I moved the office computer, which we got that too now. I put that over at the RV tonight so that when they put Viasat in tomorrow, somewhere between 12 and 2, we can test the internet over there and make sure it's working. So that's in there. We have a desk inside the RV. It's built into it, small one. But so I put that in there. Then I got a voltage meter type of gauge that mounts in the camper somewhere. I got to put that in. I want to make sure I can keep track of the voltage for the battery. I mean, there's lots of little things that are being done. We're getting things to work. We just figured out what we're going to need to move the shed and what we're going to need for material. No, I wasn't planning on doing a live stream in the morning, no. When I go over there, it's just to test the internet, that's all. I'm not set up for live stream with that other computer. I don't have the cameras over there and nothing like that. And I could probably put a camera over there, but my the one I first started using, but I mainly just wanted to make sure it works. I mean, they could shut the phone off here anytime if you don't see me on for, you know, more than a day, more than likely they shut the phone service off and in the DSL. That's up to the owners of the place. So, not the owner, but the one that is in control of it, the administrator. In fact, I had to hurry because by the time I got the computer in tonight and we got the ground rod down and stuff, it was almost, I don't know, 8:30, 8:45. So I had to rush back here to set up for the live stream and make sure you guys knew it was going to be on tonight. But I probably should let Caitlin know and Velvet. Let me see. Who I need to tell? Caitlin. Probably Caitlin won't come on tonight, but we'll see. And I think Ezra was fussy tonight, so she probably won't come on anyway. Yeah, I think that's about all I need to tell. And I'll let Recon know too. Well, I don't know why they don't. I don't know why that's always the problem for you. I can't figure it out. It seems to work for everybody else, Ken, so I'm not sure why it don't for you. In fact, I check it on my wife's phone too, and it shows. I do check it to make sure it is going out, and I also check it myself because, I send it to myself too. Automatic it goes to my anybody that subscribes to me, it comes to me. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. It should work no matter what phone you got, I would think, but YouTube's still a bit quirky sometimes on some things. No, and we've been doing more packing today. It's amazing how much crap you can accumulate in over 20 years. I haven't even got to my garage yet where all my art stuff is and everything, and I got the stuff here still on my desk. I've got most of it off, but still got some here, plus my computer and what's down below and whatever. Hi, Caitlin. How are you, sweetie? Can't stay on? Why? You're up all night anyway. You can't fool us. You've already told us. You squealed on yourself. You're up till 2 o'clock in the morning. And then we don't need to play no late night games either, so tell 'em to get off it. And I got Viastat coming tomorrow to hook up the internet to the RV, but we had to put a ground rod in tonight for them. On your birthday, it'll be 10 years you've been there, huh? So yours is the same day as mine, right, Ken? May 31st, same day? Or is yours before mine? Same day as mine, huh? Yeah, like I think I already told you, my father's birthday was the same day as mine too. Yep. That's technically the day we're supposed to be moved out of here, the end of the month on my birthday. Happy birthday, huh? I'll be lucky to get a cupcake for my birthday. Yeah? Yeah, I knew he had an appointment. What time's his appointment? Hey, them doctors, they don't start too early. What time is his appointment? That's probably what I'll get because 'cause we'll be moving that day. There won't be no party, that's for sure. I don't care though. It doesn't matter. Don't matter to me. I've had plenty of birthdays. And sadly, I don't even like cupcakes. Not the kind you bake. I don't care for them much at all. I'd rather have a chocolate cake. My wife was gonna make me one like a month or 2 ago, but it hasn't happened yet. You like cookie cakes? Doc, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Did you try to come on last night too, Doc? Migraine free tonight, I hope? You're gonna buy yourself an ice cream cake? Okay. 9 AM, huh? Okay, well, that's not too early. Shoot, I used to be up I was always up till 2 o'clock in the morning and still got up at, 6 o'clock with the guys and got them off to work and whatever. Cook breakfast for them and all that. Yeah, I know. I know how you feel. I have my lung problems too. I finally got my CAT scan results, and my emphysema is worse, and that other disease I have, the cracked ice in my lungs, that's worse. Hey, Recon. So yeah, it's Recon last night. Yesterday I didn't get on because we thought that the boss here had the phone shut off and the internet. There wasn't none all day. No phone, no internet. So I thought it got shut off. So I went about doing other things, and we never checked it until last night. And I was already doing some other stuff, so it was too late to it had gotten too late for me to do a live stream, so I didn't. Um, yeah, we have a Baskin Robbins somewhere. I don't know. I know there is. I've heard, people mention it before, but I'm not an ice cream guy anyway, really. I mean, I like Dairy Cream once in a while. My wife loves Dairy Cream, um, but I like, the twist cone, chocolate vanilla twist or whatever, or a hot fudge sundae or something once in a while, but I'm not a big ice cream eater anyway. When I was a kid, I liked it a lot more than I do now. Once in a great while, I mean, usually it's years in between, but I'll crave a banana split, but that's not very often. No, I didn't. I've been too busy to do anything. And like I said, last night I didn't have any internet yesterday anyway, so I couldn't watch it yesterday. I've just been too busy with the camper trying to get things done. I mean, I've got not much time left. I've got to get so much done that things are coming to a head, so we're still packing and things. There's a lot to pack still, and, and trying to keep stuff out for us to wear and use while we're still here. You know, I even got to my garage yet. The garage where the studio is out there, my art studio. I ain't got none of that stuff done yet. I got tools to get out there still, and I have a lot of tools. My air compressor and the hoses and um, some other power tools I have out there. I have the full giant setup of the mechanic toolboxes and all that stuff, and my motorcycle's still sitting here. I haven't moved that yet. Gotta find the cover for it. A lot of stuff to do still. A lot. Oh, I thought you might have sent it on my phone. It'd been a lot easier to get it off my phone, but doesn't matter. I'll find it. It'll tell me that you posted something anyway, and I automatically go look if someone posts. Hey, Caitlin, have you even baked a cake yet since you've been living where you live? I'm just curious if you baked any cakes at all. I know your mother used to bake a lot of cakes, so I'm just kind of curious if you bake cakes too, even if they are the instant cakes. Doesn't matter. Well, that seems like an awful lot of money for an air fuel mixture or fuel filter fuel mixture thing. And Ken asked you a question there. I'm not sure what he means, but alrighty, Recon. So anyway, then yesterday also, a good friend of mine who I used to do actual gaming with when I was younger, over the last 25 years, he sends me a text. He's a lot younger than I am, but he's a good guy, really good guy. He's got like 3 or 4 kids, and one of his kids is autistic and nonverbal, which I didn't know until yesterday. Of all these years, he never told me. He came home from work, hardworking guy, and he came home after work. Didn't know where his wife was, so he walked in the bedroom and see her laying on the bed. Thought she was taking a nap. Walked over to let her know he was home, and she died. 44 years old with 4 kids, and of course he's devastated. They've been married for like 27 years or something like that, and so he got a hold of me and just needed somebody to talk to. So I did talk to him. I guess it was the day before he called me, and yesterday I called him on my cell phone and talked to him. Well, hmm, I'm surprised your AC doesn't keep it cool enough to bake even. It should. But anyway, I guess you could always bake your cake in the wintertime and help warm the place up. Cakes don't take too long to cook or bake. An hour, if that. I guess Velvet's not coming on tonight. I did text her, but maybe she missed it. Let me take a look. See if she answered. No, no, maybe she just can't get on tonight. Timmy's probably playing games or something tonight. Oh, you have baked cakes, cookies, and brownies in your toaster oven. Yeah. Well, how does the toaster oven bake cakes? Does it do a good job? Or are they moist or not? Or they're usually kind of small, so I'd be worried about them being a bit dry from a toaster oven. But I don't know. I never tried one. Nina may have at some point, but oh, you're talking about Brad's interview, Ken? Yeah. I'll probably take a look at it later after we get off here. So, Trinity, how's your job going? You must have started by now. I know you did the background and waiting for that, but you must be doing it by now, I would think. Get you working hard, sweating to the oldies. You still haven't started. My goodness. Wow. Huh. Hey, Doc. Um, I know you don't probably don't know much about RVs, but what is the you? I know it's probably different for every state, but what's the usual code for putting in a ground wire to ground a residence with? Um, they told me when Viastat called me, they said I have to have a ground, even though it's an RV. They want me to have a ground rod in, so I put one down, and then I heard they mentioned something about 20 feet. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they're talking about 20 feet from the satellite or what the hell they're talking about. But I wonder if you might happen to know that code because I know you do construction or what the normal distance is. Trinity, go and tell them that your background's not in Japan, it's in the United States. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good, Caitlin. Yeah, they're real handy. I mean, I bought Nina a nice one. She's got a nice toaster oven too, and it does a good job. I mean, she cooks chicken in it, roast, steak, whatever. I mean, she still uses it, but I doubt we're gonna use it at the RV. Maybe. She's trying to figure out where the heck to put it. There's not enough room. I mean, we may be able to put it way up on top of a shelf or something, or the cupboards, but it'll be a bit aggravating for her. She'll have to pull it down every time she wants to use it. Set it on top of the stove, which has got a metal plate over the top, but that's about the only thing she could do. Yeah, I figured they probably did, but I thought Doc might know kind of a ballpark about it. Yeah, that's Dollar General for you, Trinity. All right, Caitlin, thanks for coming. I love you too, sweetie. We'll see you later. Take care. I'm sure the appointment will be fine tomorrow. Well, Trinity, just go in there. I know you're a temper. Go in there and right into the dollar store and just slam your fist down and say, "Get that background done. I can't make any money. Now get it done." There's all kinds of signs out there for hiring people. Either get mine done if you want me to work here, or I'm gonna go somewhere else. Might work, might not. It might just say go somewhere else. Maybe Doc left. I don't know. That's why he didn't answer me. Doc, you still here, buddy? Y'all are just too talkative tonight. My goodness. I might have to get another cup of coffee. I have to talk so much. Nah, that wouldn't be a recipe for jail. That would just probably be a recipe for when they tell you, go ahead and get your job somewhere else. They wouldn't care, most likely. I know, Trinity. I'm just messing with you. I knew already that would be up to the corporate office to do it, to get it done, whatever. So I just wanted to tease you a little bit. You know me. I gotta make a joke out of it. We filed for unemployment quite a while ago. It's been over well over a week ago, a week and a half, whatever. Still haven't heard nothing from them. I'm just hoping it's not going to be a nightmare like people tell me that it might be. That it may be months before it gets approved or whatever. Because we're going to be in sad shape if it is. My bill collectors ain't going to be very happy. I can tell you that much. Because they ain't going to get paid. That's why I'm hoping that when we get this stuff all situated, I can get a job online or doing something online. Because physically, that's probably the best thing for me to do is to try to get something online. The old office manager here knows somebody that was like some contractor, some big company of contractors that needs somebody to do the online stuff for getting permits and all that kind of stuff. So that might be something I'll look into. I probably couldn't handle the post office, can be too much lifting and moving stuff and whatever, and I couldn't physically handle it. My lungs couldn't handle it, let's put it that way. That's why I said I need to get something online. I need to be like a sit-down job online or whatever, and then, I can probably do okay. I I like I told you guys, I pulled my back out and quite a while ago, pulled it out again, was it 2 or 3 days ago, again. It was just getting back to normal, and I pulled it out again. Can't win. And I've been trying to be careful. And it's been hell packing these heavy boxes and stuff and with a pulled back, lifting them and stuff. At the local post office here, I'm not sure they're hiring here. I think they've my son that passed away, his fiance works for the post office. We don't get along real well, so I wouldn't be able to work there, that's for sure. And besides, like I said, I couldn't do the work anyway. I couldn't do the lifting or the standing all day for that matter, if I had to. Yeah, I asked if he was here already. I think he's already left. It's showing only 3 online right now. Me, you, and Trinity. I think everybody else is gone. Caitlin left, which we knew. Recon said he'd be right back, but I don't know if he must have left the whole channel. And Doc, evidently he must have left. It's strange. A lot of times he leaves and he don't say goodbye. I'm surprised. Well, it's about time you got back. Minnie, how are you doing? I didn't have a live last night, Minnie. I don't know if you tried to come on, but we thought the internet was gone because we've been expecting them to turn the phone off and the internet because I figured that's what the boss would do, but they didn't. Come to find out, AT&T was down in this area all day. I mean, all day. Oh, I see, Recon. So I guess it's not under warranty anymore then, is it? Oh, you've been sneaky again. So our mini is now turned. Listen to this, guys. Our mini has turned into a lurker. Can you believe that? And I think she's been doing it for a while now. She's been turning into a lurker. Oh my goodness. I had a feeling somebody else was here because I saw the numbers earlier and it said 9 people here. I did a count and I'm like, no, there ain't 9 people here. We got a lurker or two. Oh, your warranty's not there? That's too bad. So you love ice cream, huh? I mean, I like it okay. It's just that it's not that I don't like it. It's just that it's kind of one of them things where if you don't see it, you don't want it. Like popcorn. I never really crave popcorn unless I smell it. If my wife is making popcorn and I smell it, then I may want some. but normally I don't. Even when we go to the movies, most of the time I don't get popcorn. My wife gets a giant one, and once in a while I'll put my hand over there and grab a handful, but not very often. I usually just get a hot dog or some nachos and a soda. And there is an actual reason why, because when I was a kid growing up, my father always worked like 3 jobs, and he worked as a projectionist at a drive-in movie theater for many years, as far as I can remember, until I was probably 9 or 10. And then he switched over to, a regular movie theater, a cinema, and he was a projectionist there. And he worked a lot of my life as a projectionist when I was younger. And we moved even when we moved down Florida here, he worked as a projectionist at another theater. And so because we were his kids, and he would usually make an arrangement with the theaters and the drive-in that he would do the cleanup after the shows. Well, of course, us kids usually helped him, and so we got free popcorn most of our life. I mean, wherever he worked, they were just handing these giant bags of popcorn. You know, if we were hungry, we just chomped down on popcorn, and I mean, we just was stuffed full of popcorn. I guess that's why I really don't crave it much anymore. Yeah, you can put the link. Send it to um my cell phone, Recon. Then I'll be able to get it easier. Or if you put it up in the comment, I can still find it that way too. It don't matter. Yeah, you can still watch it, Ken. If there's a link, I'm sure you can watch it. It's on YouTube, I believe. You can't leave yet, Trinity. It's not over yet. We got another 15, 16, 17 minutes. My. Okay, if you want to leave, go ahead and desert me. I love you anyway. Good night, Trinity. Did I make you feel guilty? It didn't work? I tried. Well, he's been here 2 or 3 times, in the last week, I think. Did you miss him every time? No, you were here once when Bear was here, weren't you, Minnie? In fact, I even pulled him up here with me one day. I don't know if you were here that day or not, but he, had me pull him up in here, and he did a tour of his house. Yeah, you could have seen him right here, because he was here live with me. I pulled him in live. You missed it. Yeah, you missed the tour of the house. You don't have to be sorry, Trinity. I just thought I'd try to pull the old papa make the granddaughter feel guilty thing. It didn't work, obviously, but I tried. It was fun trying anyway. Don't worry, I won't cry very long when you leave. I'll be okay. Don't feel bad because you're deserting me or nothing like that. So go ahead and go to bed and get you some shut eye. So everybody that's here, just so you all know, if for some reason you don't see me online, It's not because I don't wanna be, it's because I've lost my internet. I expect it to happen any day now, just so you all know. I will try to do a live on my phone if I can. So if I can do a live on my phone, I will, as long as the connection is okay, but I'll try to at least do something on the phone to keep in contact with everybody. Now, if Viasat installs it over there, I still won't do a live yet, I don't think. Now, I may just pull one of the cameras from here, the older one that I was using, although it was a new one, the 720p one, the old Logitech. It's got audio and video. So I might just pop that one off here and bring it up to the RV and do a live from there. We'll see how it goes. But it's not really set up for the live. This computer here is more of a supercomputer. It's like a 6 core. The other one's only like a dual core, which they probably still do a live okay. But I'll have to get YouTube set up on there and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, you could've if you watched the live of, Brad on after he was on, I mean, you coulda saw him do the tour of the house because that would have been on one of my lives, so you could have rewatched it, I guess. I don't know, maybe you did. Yeah, she's gotten closer to it, yeah, she's had some people help her besides the GoFundMe some too, so she's definitely getting up there closer to it. When I go, I don't care how people do it. They can give me a Viking funeral for all I care. Go pile up a bunch of wood in a big old bonfire and throw me on top of it. That's why the Vikings did it and the Indians did it. I don't think I'm gonna care once I'm gone. I think these places are outrageously priced, whether you're being cremated or a funeral is is just out of this world price-wise. It's just not there's no way that these funeral companies are spending so much money that they can charge the amounts of money that they're charging their customers. I mean, I understand you gotta make a living and, make money, but, I mean, I think a lot of them are just overwhelming. Wh and I think they're very I don't care, a lot of these places are really taking advantage of people. They're in their grief, and so they can start throwing all these fees out for this and that and all that, and and the poor people are always they're like they don't wanna argue because they're thinking, "Well, well, they're worth it, whatever I gotta pay. They're worth whatever I gotta pay. Whatever they wanna charge, they're worth it." No, they're not questioning why they're getting these fees they gotta pay. It's ridiculous. You gonna show up and be my long lost daughter, how many? I don't mind having other daughters. I mean, this some of my daughter's friends call me dad. They always have. I don't know why, but they do. And then they have kids, and next thing you know, their kids are calling me grandpa or papa. And a lot of those are already grown up. I mean, I don't even look like a grandfather yet, do I? I use some of that, what do they call that, just for men stuff and get rid of the gray. And then I'd look younger than Recon. Yeah, you told me that already, Recon. I had planned on, I told you I could just go over there and grab it from there. No problem. Most people can't, Minnie. I'm very fortunate in the fact that I've never looked my age. Um, and I think I've already told you guys a story of I went to a flea market one day and there's a bunch of old ladies there. Well, I call them old 'cause some of them were younger than I was. I think there was like 6 or 7 of them. And I went up and I was looking at some toys for my little grandson, Jackson. He's the son of my son that just passed away. And he loves Spider-Man and stuff like that and dinosaurs, and so I was looking at some of the toys, and, a couple of the women come up and are kind of standing there, and they're like, "You're looking toys for your kid? For your little boy?" "No, I'm looking for some for my grandson." Yes, but it's actually spelled, Jackson. That's how his name is spelled. So, anyway, um, I said, "They're for my grandson." And they're like, "Y you can't be no grandfather." I said, Yeah, I am. I have 15 grandchildren." And they're like, "You can't be more than, like, 42." Nobody guessed over 42. I had to pull my license out and show 'em my license and prove how old I was. And I think then I was, like, 62, and they couldn't believe it. They could not believe it. And some of them looked older, way older than I did, and they were actually, like, 5 or 6 years younger than me. Until I start coughing up dirt, huh? Watch it, Recon. Yeah, this week's been like every other week, it's been busy around here. I mean, we had the other day, just, a few days ago or so, the guys finally showed up to pick up the pool table that one of our clients owned, and he bought one because he used to get so much money for personal spending from Social Security. His father was a heart surgeon, so he got this enormous amount of money for personal money. He left a long time ago. And so we had to spend that money for him all the time and just keep building up and building up. And he loved to play pool. So now I had gotten a pool table from my son, the one that passed away, because he worked for a pool table company. And he got me one, and it lasted probably 10 years. But it was made out of wood and it was outside. So the weather eventually, made the wood rot. It was no good. So he took it back, and I think he rebuilt the legs and stuff on it, and so our client that liked to play pool, he had a lot of money that he had to spend. I mean, a lot. And they're not allowed to have more than like $2,000 in their account. He had something like 10 at least, maybe more than that. Anyway, so we asked him if he wanted to get his own pool table, and he did. And he had enough sense to know. And so we said, well, since it's going to be outside, we'll get you one. We'll find you one that's waterproof. And we did. It was expensive. It was like $5,000. They delivered it, set it up. You could literally wash this pool table with a hose and never worry about nothing. In fact, you could just spray it down, put a little bit of bleach on it, and just spray it all off, and it wouldn't hurt it a bit, and it would be crystal clean. So anyway, but it was really heavy. It was still a slate table, but it's really heavy. So these guys finally show up to move this pool table, and there's 3 of them. It took 3 of them to figure out that there's only 8 nuts on the bottom that they had to take off to get the legs off it. Took 3 of them to figure this out. So they finally, these must be professional movers. So they have this dolly thing, it's like you can lay on working under your car. It's got little wheels on it. And so this massive pool table, which weighs a lot, excuse me, they pick it up finally and put it on this little dolly. This, they have a hard time because it's so heavy just getting the thing centered. And they've got to push it across my deck, which is across the boards, out to a door, to this big truck they have parked there with a big, long walkway thing so they can roll it up into it. I swear to God, I had to go in the house because I was laughing so hard. I didn't want to embarrass anybody or make anybody feel bad, but I was laughing because those 3 guys acted exactly like the 3 Stooges. They couldn't keep that damn pool table straight to save their life. It was just wobbling all over the place. I thought they were going to get killed from the thing. It was hilarious. All I had to do was go like 15 feet. It took them 20 minutes to get that far with that pool table going all over the place, back and forth, around and crooked, and it was unbelievable. I guess he just left. Doc doesn't seem to say goodbye anymore for some reason. I don't know why. I've been meaning to ask him that, but he just seems to leave whenever he wants to leave. Maybe he doesn't want to interrupt the conversation or something. Who knows? I know his lungs. He said his lungs were burning tonight, so they probably weren't feeling well. He wasn't feeling well, so he probably just decided to log off. So anyway, the moral of the story was, this is one of the times I wish I had taken my phone and videotaped those guys moving that pool table. I actually probably would have uploaded it right up here on YouTube because it was hilarious. People really got a good laugh out of it. Well, the legs are not separate on this particular model. There's actually a metal piece and then the legs that are attached to that already. It's all kind of molded together, but it's pretty heavy. So you're taking 4 bolts off from each side, but you're removing 2 legs. That's how this one works. And they're really good sized bolts. So they have to be because it weighs so much. But it was hilarious though. I wish I'd have videoed it. And they got paid good money. I mean, this was the second trip. The first trip, they just grabbed boxes of clothes and personal items and stuff and whatever. And they weren't here really that long, maybe an hour. And then it took them days or a week to get back here to get the pool table. They were supposed to take the golf cart too for one of them, and they never did. Yeah, it was a slate table, 5/8 slate. So we ended up transporting the golf cart ourselves with a trailer. So they got relieved of that responsibility, and they got paid $1,300. They only had to move 45 minutes away. They made a killing on the money, and we gave them a $200 tip on top of that. But and we kind of, we found out actually that the guy that owned this little business, he actually gave him a good price because a lot of people were even higher. But he actually was a homeless man. and he was literally homeless in the next town over, Gainesville. He was homeless, living under the underpass, holding a sign, work for food. And finally, after a couple of years or so, he finally got a job working for a moving company. And after he worked for them for a while, he kept saving up his money. I don't know if it was a year or two or what he worked for him, it was a while. He finally was able to get enough money saved up to get a place to live. He kept going to work, making money, working overtime as much as he could. And he finally was able to buy a big moving truck and went into business for himself. And he's making great money now. He admitted he makes really good money now, but turned his whole life around from living on the streets. One of the few people I've heard that actually succeeded in doing it. And now he has 2 guys working for him on top of that. So that was the other reason why we decided to give him a really good tip, you know, or the business decided to anyway. Yeah, because we have a lot of people around here that, and I'm sure you all are familiar with the thing where there's a lot of people that claim they're homeless and they're not. In fact, I know a guy that I knew since he was a little kid. I know he went to drugs and stuff like that and stuff, but he's a dang liar. I see him in the next little town over every single day, same spot over by the grocery store and the gas station or whatever. He's sitting there, perfectly healthy, good sized, strong man. He's probably around close to 40, 35, 40, something like that, holding that homeless sign, need money, need help, and all this stuff. And he lives right out here where we do. He lives somewhere, but he's telling everybody he's homeless. I see him hitchhiking every day to that store. He sits there all day, comes home every night. And I've even seen him in the store open his wallet and have a bunch of money in his wallet. And right before that, he's begging for people to give him some money, $1 or 2 or whatever. And I'm seeing people giving him the money, and he don't even need it. I mean, it's a pure hustle, without a doubt. And sadly, it hurts the ones that are really destitute. He's a deadbeat, without a doubt. Just lazy, doesn't want to work. Exactly. You're right, Recon. But there are some that truly need help. And that's why it really upsets me to see someone doing that, because there are people that need help. And because of these deadbeats like that, these people that really need the help can't get any help. It's really sad. And I've given money to some of the homeless people a number of times. But I know there's a lot of deadbeats out there, so I don't give them a lot. And I got hustled by a guy once in Gainesville. My wife and I went to Harbor Freight, and she went to, I think it was Big Lots back then. Well, I went to Harbor Freight, and I come out, and she come out, and she met me outside. And this guy, an older gentleman with glasses, he had clean clothes on. He looked to be an honest person and everything. And he comes up to me and says, "Hey man, I need some help. I live down in like Tampa or something. I drove up here and I got a flat tire, and I need money to get back. I have paid the gas station to change my tire, but I need some money, some help with some money to get back, or to pay for the tire, so I can get the tire changed and replaced, whatever." So he shows me this ticket, showing he needs $14.98 or something. And my wife is totally into it too, and she's like, "Just give him the money." And I was really worried about that I might be getting hustled. And the guy's name is like, "Well, if you don't believe me, come over here to the station with me. They'll tell you." And at that point, then I decided to believe him, because he gave me the opportunity to go check him out. Of course, he probably already knew that I wouldn't do that. I should have, but I didn't. I gave him the money. So my wife and I went someplace else, and we came back down the same street. The same guy is doing the same thing to somebody else. I pulled up and I told the person that he was talking to, he just hustled me out of money, and the guy took off. I was mad. Oh yeah, Minnie. Yeah, yeah. That's excuse me. That's doesn't surprise me at all. That's happens a lot. I have actually um, helped people when they said they needed food. They need help. I have actually pulled in somewhere close to them and said, "You, what do you need money for? Food?" And yeah, I haven't eaten in like 2 days or whatever. I said, "Okay, come on." There's a restaurant right there. It was like a Burger King or a McDonald's or something. This is a long time ago. Said, "Come on, I'll buy you a burger and some fries, and a soda, whatever." And they wouldn't go. No, they're like, "No, just give me the money, man. I can go over there myself later." I'm missing my prime time. We're here of people give me that will help me. And I said, if you're hungry, if you haven't eaten 2 days, you'd be up on your feet right now, running across the street to that restaurant. So I'm not going to help you now. I'm done. I just walked away. Yeah, I mean, and those are the ones you want to help. Especially if it's an old person that you know is on like Social Security and they have nothing. They're barely surviving. Those are the ones that you want to help if you can, if you're able to. Those are the ones you really want to help. And I have helped some older people before. There was a guy when my wife and I were a lot younger. He got kicked out of his apartment, had nowhere to go, and it was in the winter time. In the winter time, this old man had nowhere to go. We gave him our couch for a month and a half, something like that, and let him stay there. And he was a kind of a fixie guy. He fixed up stuff for people. He worked in the apartments fixing them up. And I forget an argument with the owner or what, but he was living there and working for him. And he tossed him out into the streets. And he stayed long enough where he got him a couple of his Social Security checks, and then he was able to move out. Oh man, you gave him the $231? Wow. I just said, okay, we'll go to the bus terminal and I'll buy the ticket for you. And I tell the ticket agent that that he can't cash it in. If he wants to cash in, you get the money back. You might be able to do that. Make it unrefundable. Oh, $23? Oh, that's better. Yeah. I say $231. My God. My wife and I have even taken in one or two teenagers in the past before we did the group home here and helped them out for a couple of months or so, help them get on their feet. Well, guys, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. I think it's about long enough. So let's go ahead and we'll shut her down for the night, I guess. And I thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Y'all are great. I really do appreciate you all. Minnie, Recon, Ken, Doc, if you're still here, which I don't think you are. But I really appreciate y'all coming. and hopefully we'll be on again tomorrow night unless they shut the internet off. If so, then like I said, I will try to get on with my cell phone when I can. But you all have a good night. Nice chatting with you guys. Love you all. Have a good night and stay healthy. Recon, stop making your cars break down. Have a good night, Recon. Take care of yourself. Good night, buddy.